This year's H.E.R.B.I.E award goes to the Junior Achievement of the Upper Midwest. Accepting the award will be Gina Blayney, the Junior Achievement of the Upper Midwest president. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Junior Achievement. It's a worldwide nonprofit organization dedicated to preparing today's young people to succeed in a complex global economy. In 2019, they'll celebrate 100 years as a national organization. How cool is that? And 70 years here in the Upper Midwest. Junior Achievement teaches students in grades K through 12 how to manage money, how to prepare for a career, and how to open and run a business. They are empowering students to make a connection between what they learn in school and how it can be applied in the real world that enhances classroom learning and increases their understanding of the value of staying in school. The Junior Achievement vision is to create a generation of fiscally responsible, innovative, thinking, and workforce-ready young adults who are prepared to enter the real world with the skills and confidence needed to succeed. Gina, on behalf of the Chamber Foundation and the other organization winners, such as ourselves, congratulations to the Junior Achievement of the Upper Midwest. Please come to the stage to accept your 2019 H.E.R.B.I.E award.
Thank you. It feels like I am home and amongst great friends, because even though I may not know your name or your face, you make up the tens of thousands of volunteers that teach our programs every year. And we have such great partners sitting in this room. I couldn't possibly even name one because I feel so badly that I couldn't name you all. But on behalf of the board and staff that are with me today, I want to express a great appreciation for being honored with this great award for a couple of reasons. One, we have great admiration for the St. Paul Chamber and the foundation itself. You're kind of everything we aspire to be, only you're the adult version of our young version. And we are so proud to have moved back into this great city of St. Paul. After 70 years, where we started in St. Paul, I found the charter when we actually had to pack our boxes and move. But if you don't know where we're at, we're sitting on the corner of University and Wheeler. And we bought a 100-year-old building, we gutted it, and we built a state-of-the-art learning facility that houses 3 simulation labs. It was a very intentional move for us. We wanted to be back in the urban core, and how appropriate as we celebrate our 100th year to be back in St. Paul. Second, the other reason that this is so important to us and important to me personally is when Kathleen reached out, I thought, Brooks, what could we possibly have done to achieve that great status and that great award? It's one of those situations that you probably remember where you were at when we won gold. In 1980, I know I did. I was sitting in Colorado and on spring break. I was in college at the time, and I was on spring break, and we were in a packed room, and the great pride we had for our country and that great team still sits very vividly in my memory. And those of you who are leaders, you have studied Herb Brooks, right? I mean, his leadership is legendary. And taking individual names off of jerseys and creating a team physically and emotionally to achieve greatness is certainly something that I as a leader aspire to. And we as an organization aspire to everything that he represented. So we are so appreciative of being honored like this today. How many of you, just a raise of hands, have ever taught a junior achievement program? I mean, just massive amounts. Think of that wisdom, right, that sit in those brains of those hands that just got raised. We put 10,000 business people into the classroom every year, 10,000, to bring relevance to basic education. So what in the heck? When you hear your student or when you hear a student say, what in the heck am I going to use algebra for, right? What the heck am I going to use math for? You know what? We show them how to apply math as it relates to financial literacy or starting a company or forecasting raw materials to make a profit. And so we bring great relevance to traditional education, and we have a massive partnership with St. Paul Public Schools and North St. Paul and regional school districts in this area. We're only able to do that because we partner with great businesses, right? We partner with the St. Paul Chamber. And we've really bridged that gap between traditional learning and experiential learning. So we were very fortunate this past year to pilot a program with St. Paul Chamber and St. Paul College. And it was an intentional partnership to show kids the world of advanced manufacturing and the pathway that they can actually pursue after they leave high school and go right into a certification program and a job that will pay them a wonderful wage. And we learned a lot, and we're going to figure out if we're going to do that again and maybe scale that program. We certainly learned that we have very common objectives in our workforce readiness objectives. And so B and others were in our office today, in fact, talking about how we double down on this partnership and leverage the resources that sit across our two organizations. It's somewhat fortuitous, gang, that this morning we launched and approved with our board of directors a new 3-year plan. And this 3-year plan will allow us to build intentional pathways with many of you, many of your companies, many of higher education entities to show kids the world into work, the world into entrepreneurship, and the world of financial literacy. And we're pretty excited that we get to do that sitting in St. Paul on Wheeler and University, where the train passes by and schools and kids can get to us on mass transit. And we have solar panels and objectives to be a sustainable organization, and every vision we had for this learning facility aligns to the great vision of St. Paul. So our vision, I hope, is your vision for how we develop this workforce and how we prepare kids for the world of work and to be citizens of our great democracy and to be financially literate as they earn money and spend it. So we have great appreciation to be up here on stage today and great appreciation for Leadership St. Paul. And many of you may have seen our staff stand up because we also invest in that professional development opportunity. But we've also had the great benefit of being the recipient of projects that Leadership St. Paul took on for us. So I'm giving you credit for our success today because you've done some volunteer projects for us, you've done some social media and marketing projects for us. We've continued to learn from our Leadership St. Paul partnership. I can't thank you enough. As you're walking by or riding the Green Line or want to pick up the phone and come see us, we very much want you to know that this facility sitting in St. Paul is for you, and it's for the children of this great community. Thank you.